Hi, everyone. Welcome to Clearing the View, an investor series from AtlasClear Holdings, trading on the New York Stock Exchange, ATCH. Today, we're discussing the company's latest earnings update, and I'm joined by Executive Chairman John Shibley and President Craig Ridenhour. Welcome, gentlemen. Happy to jump in with you, Craig. So the company recently reported strong results, including significant revenue growth and a return to positive stockholders' equity. So talk about that and what are the biggest drivers behind this turnaround?
It's a great thing to talk about. We're very excited to talk about it. Obviously, Friday was a big day for us. You wouldn't know that if you actually looked at our equity pricing, which we'll be addressing. But nonetheless, we had outstanding earnings. We were excited to get those out there, as John and I have expressed in a number of meetings on interviews. Proof was in the press release and in the filing. 84% increase revenues, net income up. The stockholders' equity, which is a tremendous measure for the strength of the company from our low water mark back. And keep in mind, we're on a fiscal year. So our fiscal year ends in June, but at our low water mark in June of, I guess it was 24, we had negative stockholder equity of almost 40 million. And now we have positive of 21.3 million. So it's about a $60 million swing. You look at our cash and cash on hand, 46 million. You look at across the board, we just experienced a great quarter. And a lot of that's driven by, we've increased our stock loan, our stock locate business. We're doing more on the execution side of the business. All the measurables were great. And we're very excited about the direction we have now going into calendar year 26. And we think that, going forward, we're really going to be able to accelerate some of these numbers and continue the great growth. And we can get to that in a little bit, but it was a fantastic quarter for us and we were excited to release it.
Wonderful news. John, talk about how important is this shift to positive equity and stronger liquidity in terms of AtlasClear's ability to execute its strategy going forward.
The shift to better liquidity and stronger shareholders' equity is very important for us because we are interested in continuing our acquisitive plans. We're moving forward with the Commercial Bancorp of Wyoming. We're very excited about that. That'll be immediately accretive, but we are looking at other opportunities in the crypto space and the broker-dealer space for further acquisitions that we believe will be accretive. Having the liquidity to execute on those acquisitions, having the stockholders' equity so that we can use our public currency, which we're doing, for example, in the Commercial Bancorp merger, it's really helpful for us. So it's made our position much stronger, Anna.
Perfect. And Craig, there's been some discussion in the market around share activity. So thank you for addressing this and confirm whether AtlasClear has been selling shares into the open market and explain the reality for investors.
Yeah, I'm glad we had this question. And then if I could tell you, I'd be a rich man and John would be too, if you knew how many times we got asked that on Friday from Investing Public and through our marketing team. I'm here to tell you that no, we are not selling shares. They're an ELOC, ATM, or anything in this marketplace. We think we're highly, highly undervalued. It was frustrating to say the least on Friday. Had a lot of liquidity, a lot of shares traded, but ultimately really didn't get the lift on the equity that we thought we would. But first and foremost, we are not selling in this market. We think we're, by any measure, very undervalued. I mean, if you look recently, Clear Street announced an IPO. If you just do the numbers, let's just say it's 12 times revenue that they're going to be going public at. If you took our run rate for the last 12 months, say 16 and a half million, our market cap would be just shy of 200 million. It'd be about 195 million roughly. And we're sitting right now at a $35 million market cap. It's just astounding to us, but we do think that eventually will change because we're doing the things, the blocking and tackling to continue to expand the enterprise. We're very excited about the future. But we are not active in the market selling. We look at this as a long-term hold. We think people that buy at these levels are going to be rewarded, and we're excited about the future. And please take a hard look at our stock.
Thank you for addressing that. John, Wilson Davis continues to be described as the operational engine of the platform. So what trends are you seeing in the core business that give you confidence in sustained momentum?
I think the greatest thing that gives us confidence is the customer channel. We have announced Dawson James. We have announced the third firm that will start trading shortly. We have many other customers in the channel behind it. And that really is how we're going to prove ourselves this year. Attaching new introducing brokerage firms to our correspondent clearing engine is the path to scale. We've talked about it in the past. We have a certain level of costs that we have to pay for and we're able to pay for to be a correspondent clearing firm. Once we get past that cost threshold, we get into real leverage and real capacity to scale. So we're very optimistic. We'll be having an announcement soon on Dawson James commencing its trading, and then we're going to add the other firms that are in our channel. So the thing that gives us the most confidence is that we have lots of customers in our channel.
Perfect. And Craig, I'm going to let you end with this question. Let's talk about the future. What are some key milestones or catalysts investors should watch over the next 12 months or so?
Sure. Well, John just mentioned a couple. First and foremost is get Dawson James up and trading. And we think that's only a matter of days now, which will be great. As I mentioned last week in a call or an interview I had, it's taken a little bit longer for us to get them up and operational. And that's because we had to restructure with FIS our clearing technology package. Going forward, as we add additional clients, the lag time shouldn't be as long. We have a third in the channel right now. We think they'll be up and trading much more quickly. So that's one marker for sure. And as John mentioned, we have fixed costs associated with it. Once we go above those fixed costs, there's some variable costs, but we really scale very rapidly. So that's something to watch over the next 12 months. Also, Commercial Bancorp of Wyoming. Very excited. We're well down the path. We made an announcement last week. Of course, we spoke to you about it. We did an updated stock purchase agreement. In that, the shareholders of Commercial Bancorp are taking about 73% of the transaction in our own equity. They believe it's undervalued. We're going to begin the Fed approval process with that in the very near future. The timelines for that, we're optimistic, are going to speed up. We originally thought it could take 12 to 18 months. We don't want to jinx ourselves, but we think it could be considerably less than that now because the regulatory environment's changed. And then you're going to look at acquisitions from us. It's not Commercial Bancorp is the first one, but as John mentioned, we're looking for scalable acquisitions that are going to be accretive to the business, accretive to our technology stack, and really lead us into the growth that's going to be there, not just for the next 12 months, but for the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years and beyond. So we're really excited. There's going to be a lot of measurables we think that the street will be able to look at and realize that we're executing. We have tremendous value in our company, and hopefully they want to come along with us and become a shareholder and experience the growth we believe we're going to have.
Well, perfect. Thank you, John. Thank you, Craig, for the valuable insights and this transparent discussion. And we certainly look forward to following along with AtlasClear's continued progress. So thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you,
Thank
Anna.
you.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching.